in DPC, then even if they fall behind, I think that Troll is gonna struggle to find relevance in this game. Even though you're farming like crazy with Cleave from Magnus, it's not gonna be enough.
But it's a mag troll. Always the same.
Not enough.
God, I bet you heard this 1,000 times and then some. There's a mag in the game. There's always a chance.
I don't believe
That
that's
was
the expression.
old mag. I think. Old mag.
When the Empower actually used to last for a little, like more than 5 seconds on
you still
Alex.
get the RP skewer packs if you're losing. You can like skewer people in your base.
That's what Enigma's for these days.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this first game of this best of 3 series is going to play out. We're going to head over to our commentary duo of Black and MLP.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for our final series of the night between the side of PSG.LGD and Virtus Pro. And of course, I am joined once again by Mr. Black. Black, the panel, no faith, the side of LGD. I'm wondering how you feel about this matchup. Who do you think is the favorite?
Coming into this matchup, I would definitely say VP is favored, just on paper, because of how strong they've been in the EU region. They were even the only team to be taken in the grand final. It's a big feat, you know. But this draft in particular, I think VP is also a little favored. Like Doom free farm, Juggernaut should be free farming as well.
30 seconds
And a single core draft like Troll Magnus gets pretty shut down by a Doom. Like it removes Empower. It'll be very tough for this Troll to really, as the panel said, find any relevance in this.
You weren't a big fan of the Doom pick either. You seem to not like Doom because it's a bit too easy of a mid lane hero. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Black?
I mean, you do nothing, right? You literally just eat creeps, and your health regen will keep you at like full health the entire time. Unless you get scored into the tower, you'll never be in danger of dying. But, you know, oftentimes the most boring heroes are the ones that win you games. Dragon Knight, like Boom, like Troll even. That's how Dota is.
Winning is generally fun. I would agree with that, John.
Winning is
Excuse
fun,
me,
yes.
Black. I keep calling you John. Sorry about that, Black.
That's fine. I have many names.
Yeah. The mid lane, up to say, is up against GPK. You talked about the Doom. You said it's a very boring hero. Into the Magnus. You've got a bit of skill potential back into the tier 1 tower, but apart from that, it should be a fairly boring lane, would you say, in your own words?
Yeah, but Magnus also is one of the heroes that can really snowball out of control in an easy lane, which Doom can't pressure Magnus like at all. 0%. So I'm expecting Magnus to be doing quite well here for himself as well. And it should just be a trade farm lane. Nobody should be dying here until level 6 at least.
Okay, fair enough. Of course, just looking at top lane. Oh, actually, skill back in the mid lane. JPK, a fair bit of damage. That's what I was just talking about as well. Nothing to say. He's going to be looking for those skill backs anytime he can get them. I think that's the one way you win the lane as well, just getting those skills. The bot lane. Bit of action there as well. Do see why. There, along with Arme, was up against the Lion and Mars, DM. This lane, the Troll seems to have a...
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was about to say, I feel like the Troll's not going to have too many issues. Unless you get caught out by one of the stuns, you should be just fine.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you, although there's a lot of potential for Disable coming out here from the Dire side. Not the biggest amount of damage going up our spin, but preemptively by Q here. Into the base, which now leaves Pangoli alone. Should be giving free farm to the Juggernaut.
It should be.
There, up top. And we've seen how much damage Juggernaut can do if he is just left unchecked. Like he has carried countless games. Okay, a little scared here of the skewer again. Taking the big round.
I think it's fair, right? Like the Doom, very low armor. Obviously the tower does a lot of damage. And, as the levels come up, and nothing to say, he's going to have a lot more damage. The top lane, speaking of damage, they do pull the out Faith Beyond on the Pango. Very close call for Faith. Going to be able to be salved up by Sinkyu and make it back into the lane, but the top lane's very difficult for PSG.LGD. Like, you're up against a Jug, which is already hard enough, but then the Enchantress basically guarantees you the lane victory if you are Virtus Pro.
Yeah, Eng is such a lane bully, and especially with a strong carry like Juggernaut, it's almost impossible to lose this kind of lane. Gonna ensure that Nightfall is gonna have a very good time here on this Juggernaut. Scary. He's gonna be building to the Battle Fury, like the most recent trend. Snowballing pretty hard.
feeling that Battle Fury is always the choice during the major thus far. Like, I feel like just before the major it was always about the Maelstrom pickup into the SNY, but now the Battle Fury just seems to be the way to go. Like, more teams are just happy to be a bit greedier about it.
Yeah, most of the time the standard build on Jaguars like Midas, Maelstrom, Saint Jasha. Yeah, as you said, nowadays everybody seems to be favoring the Battle Fury. Just be a little bit more greedy, and just in general, in big tournaments, most players are more greedy because teams tend to be a little bit more timid. You know, you don't want to make big mistakes, cost you the game potentially. So a lot more farming is involved generally.
Speaking from experience there, Black. Heard a few
Definitely. Like online tournaments, you know, you play some carry pudges and stuff, and it gets to LAN, suddenly your team doesn't pick you pudge anymore, they pick you anti-mage, pick you Parablade, and you're like, why? Like, causes an important tournament, man.
Who are you to complain about anti-mage? You spent half your career playing anti-mage, Black. I remember. I watched you for a very long time.
I'm not complaining, you know, it's more like Pudge is more fun than anti-mage.
Bot lane, stun out, no follow-up spear, but now the Shackles is out. Shinju making the rotation over, save. Can be slowed up, and that should be a first blood, unless the God's Rebuke might be enough. Save. He should be gone, and he is. Xingqiu does eventually get the kill. Very nice rotation from the Shaman.
Yeah, the range champion, as we call him, hitting for like 90 damage every hit. Absolutely brutal. Patient here, leaving the Pango pretty stranded though, and giving the Juggernaut even more free farm. Mid lane, actually, I didn't notice. Nothing to say is dominating. 30
Wow.
CS to 19.
You were very confident that the Doom should have a pretty easy time, but I suppose with that level 3 in power, nothing to say. As long as you can just out CS the Doom, it's really not an issue.
Yeah, like all Doom wants to do, why he's so popular, well not popular, why he's strong in mid lane is you just outfarm the opponent, but doesn't seem to be the case here. Nothing to say. Fantastic job at CSing. Really keeping GPK quite shut down here.
Faith Beyond, though, really has been left behind, and I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with the decision to leave Faith at that top lane, because as the Shaman, you really can't do much against the Enchantress and the Jug. You may as well just leave him and try to win out the other lanes and just kind of sack the off lane, it seems. Faith is going to try and pull the wave. It's a nice little play, but he's not really going to get away with it, I don't think. Kingslayer, he'll get half the wave, but now he's going to be chased down. Faith. Meanwhile, mid lane, there is going to be a lot of action onto GPK. They do skewer him back, but a nice earth fight there from Save, who does quite literally save the day for his mid Doom. Or maybe not. Icarus dive out. It's not going to be enough.
Power too high. Not able to get a kill here. And there was RP used. Very good rotation here from Save. Nice by Save. Being well done. But it doesn't really help him too much, you know? He doesn't get much experience, he doesn't get much farm on his Pangolier right now. He has been sitting at 2.2k net worth for the past 2 minutes. Oh, they're surrounding him.
He is not giving up. Yeah, Faith Beyond, the poor guy just won't be left alone. He'll go to the low ground now. Xingqiu can try and help out. TP away, is it going to be good enough? Yes, it is. Nice. Just barely, and now nothing to say he's going to come in. See if he can get anything done on the mag. He's got a lot of damage.
Nice.
Sewer is there. Kingslayer looks like he's gone. To say, get something for his time.
That's only slash used for nothing, and they lost the support on top of it.
What did he look good so far, I'm going to say? I mean, most people just favoring VP, but at least now things are looking good. In fact, Arme missed the stun. Save. Been unfortunate for him, and Arme going to be thanking his lucky stars.
I don't know what happened, by the way, but they removed the auto-targeting on lion stun. If you click on heroes now, it doesn't follow them anymore like it used to. Made that cruel realization by missing quite a lot of stuns, unfortunately.
Well, it is, you know, it's 2021 now, Black. I think people know how to stun, right? Surely.
Yeah, but they changed it without telling people they changed it. It was a shadow change. I was like, I'm just gonna click on that guy. And then he moves away, and I stunned the floor. And my teammates are like, what are you doing, bro?
It's an intended feature. They intended not to tell anyone, Black. It's just a surprise. Mid lane, Power Rune going to be taken by the Lion. It's out. Nothing to say. No Doom gonna be there in time. Skewer is good. Meanwhile, bot lane DM now gonna be in trouble. Rolling Thunder does connect from Faith Beyond, and you know what? Considering the fact that Faith had such a bad lane, he is still able to make things happen across the map.
Yeah, I love that rotation. He knows he can't really bully Juggernaut at all, so why not just make life for the troll a little bit easier? With rotation here makes perfect sense.
Certainly agree. Faith, I mean, he's gonna have no farm. He's already accepted that, but he can still be quite disruptive. See where he heads next. The top lane, Nightfall, is forcing in the tier 1 tower. Wise around the Phoenix, and he can try to slow this down, but there are more heroes coming, and VP looks like they are going to commit all the way, especially with this enchanted creep.
Yeah, I mean, this top tower is not super important, so I don't think VP will hack with anything. They're just going to force patience, which they did. 3 heroes at the top lane there. So well done by VP. They really just don't really have an aggressive lineup. The only initiation they have will come from the Mars, but he doesn't have the greatest game himself. So I'm expecting a very passive farm game from the VP side here. Of course, as we said, Juggernaut going into the Battle Fury.
Dire are scanning.
But that being said, they're smoking up to the bot lane. If Troll gets caught out, they have Doom available. And Lion is there as well.
Well, Arme hasn't seen him yet either. The smoke not broken, safe. He can get in range for that Hex now. Arme,
No, he's there.
get a big surprise for himself. There's your Doom out. He's got no help on the way. They've just allowed Arme to die. Chances are you won't be able to save him anyway. Nice rotation.
You always want to make sure you use that Doom as
Radiant's
possible.
bottom tower is
Getting
under
one of the
attack.
most important kills here. Q posturing very aggressively. He's all by himself, actually. Nice body block.
But yeah, body blocks are there by JPK. Now Save is going to make his way in. Kingslayer, he'll join in as well. And that'll be a dead Shaman. Q, he tried.
Dire's
Not
top
end up
tower
paying
is
Very
under
optimistic.
attack.
I'm not gonna lie, it was, yeah, usual from Q. Usually he doesn't go for these kind of very high risk, low reward plays. Maybe feeling himself a little bit here.
Why the hell not?
Radiant's bottom tower
Miss
is
every
under
shot, you
attack.
don't take black.
Yep, on the stage, you know, you're gonna show your charisma, gotta show your flashiness. That's what it's all about.
Radiant structures
Nothing to
are
say now. He's
fortified.
smoked up with Y. They're going to put some deep
Radiant's
deep
bottom
wards
tower
down.
is under attack.
He does have an Invis rune, but they're waiting for someone in the mid lane. Now, DPK is going to show up, and immediately an RP comes out. No hesitation, nothing to say, but do they have the damage output? JPK. He's alright for now. Why? He's going to go even further, but now the Hex is there. Save. Again, with a great save with the Rolling Thunder. In from Faith Beyond. He's going all the way in for JPK. JPK could not avoid the Rolling Thunder at all. Meanwhile, nothing to say. He will go after DM.
Radiant structures are
2-for-2
fortified.
trade. But LGD, they only lose their supports.
Radiant's
Virtus
bottom
Pro
tower
losing 2
is under
cores.
attack.
Definitely very
That's
favorable
not
for LGD.
Yeah, it started off so weird too for LGD. They used Skewer RP as well as the Pangolier came in very late, but like, how did that end up going so well for them? You know, like VP responded very quickly, but they still ended up losing
Dire's
support
top
heroes,
tower
whereas
is under
instead
attack.
LG just lost 2 support heroes. Very favorable trade. A lot of time wasted here for VP. However, at least they have Juggernaut still free farming, so that's like, you know, the silver lining there. But Troll
Dire's
and
top
Magnus are
tower
both
is
out
under
farming
attack.
the other cores. Quite
Radiant's
heavily
middle
at this point.
tower is under attack.
You know, with Arme on the Troll, he's going to have a much earlier power spike than the Jug is. That's the one thing, right? If Arme, he can pick up a quick Battle Fury and just get involved with his team, maybe after the BKB, things could get quite scary for the side of Virtus Pro, at least the way things are going.
Interesting ability also by Arme. He's choosing to go for the Battle Fury, even though he already has the Max on his team. It's gonna be double greed. As we said, man, like, people in this tournament have been all about that greed. Getting away with it.
Very great.
Like, Battle Fury plus Magnus, you literally like 2-hit creep waves.
Dire's middle tower is under
ridiculous.
attack.
Which speed he's gonna be farming. They're getting away with it.
During the-
They're up by 2k gold.
That's AR. Bot lane, Faith Beyond. Say hello over to the Enchantress, but won't commit. Arme, he is going to run into DM now. DM
Just kind of
completely
poking him a
ignoring
little
Arme. Now Q's going to come over, but they aren't going to be in range to hex up the Mars. PSG.LGD thinking better of it, won't initiate onto DM. Save was around anyway, so it probably wouldn't have been the best idea.
Very early.
They can still go for a smoke.
They do have
Smoke
RP
up.
online again. RP online, Pango Roll online, Shaman Ward online. A lot of potential damage output here. Okay, might be casualty again.
Oh, another great RP. The ward really paying off for LGD. They get the Doom again. And it all goes back to that one ward on the high ground.
Yeah, which is it's quite interesting that VP didn't deward that after what happened last time. It's a pretty obvious ward spot. As you said, paid off again. Dying once more before his BKB timing. And now they're here to pressure the mid tower. Troll
VP
already picked up his Battle Fury as well, but so did Juggernaut. But you will just see like Troll should be, you know, just flying off the charts here soon. With that Empower, with that Battle Fury, farming at an incredible rate.
Yeah, well, Nightfall can keep up. So far, so good. Arme just starting to escalate. He's already queued up the SNY on that Troll. Pretty standard stuff. I imagine the battle, the BKB comes right after. But you can fight with the SNY quite effectively.
Yeah, SNY is just like so good now that it gives 25% status resistance. It got buffed up from 16% previously. An amazing item, goes very well with his lifesteal, provided from the ultimate, of course, which also gets increased by it. It's just overall a perfect item on Troll. Gives him tank ability, gives him mobility, everything he lacks. Once.
Big smoke up. VP. Trying to loop through the mid lane. The bounty runes do spawn up. They're going to just kind of let go of this smoke now. Maybe just try and find another opportunity.
It's very problematic here for VP. Like, their lineup is not, or they can't do anything until they get the Blink Dagger on the line as well as the Mars. Mars already has his Blink Dagger now, but they don't really have a whole lot of follow-up opportunities. Very passive lineup, very passive playstyle. Mars.
Mid lane, they've got the spear up. Very nice initiation from DM. That'll be why gone. Maybe he can get the egg at the top of time. No, he's gone. I'm sure. Now the arena is in. DM locking them down. Can't be quite enough. Nightfall though. He got the Omni on the CQ. Kills off the Shaman. He won't have to say he has an RP very soon. In fact, he has it right now. Just needs to find the moment. GPK. He caught, but he does put the Doom out now onto Arme. The Troll can't battle Trent. Magnus jumping right in onto save. It is not going to help Arme. He is still alive, but eventually he is going to stick out. The RP never really happened.
It was very unfortunate. He wanted to score the line into the rest of the team and then RP, but Lion preemptively used Earth Spike on another hero and nothing to say, got clipped on it by the corner. It was very unfortunate. Otherwise, I feel like this team fight might be looking very differently, you know? There was a perfect setup for like a 3-4 man RP if you get that skewer. Fortunate stun here by Save. Or maybe it was planned, you know? Maybe he's a 5-head. We don't know that.
Never know. You can, again, go for another smoke if you're LGD. You know how the ultis are down on Virtus Pro, and you've still got that RP to play with. They are still very strong against the lineup VP here. Not behind by any stretch.
Doom is on cooldown, which is one of the most important abilities they have. So wouldn't mind another smoke up just to kind of invade the jungle, get the lead wards in, be able to pick off the Juggernaut with an RP potentially. Who's also going Saint Joshua. The carries just have mirrored item builds, like completely mirrored.
Precious bunk.
Oh, they're actually going to the Roche pit. Okay.
Alright.
Beamer should be quite confident, of course, as we also know this. They have Pangolin, they have Shaman Wards, they have Troll, some of the best Roche kills in the game. Very easy for them.
LGD, he's gonna get it for free.
What is the best counter to Doom? MLP.
What is a black silver?
And Aegis of Immortal.
Wow.
You're doomed, and you come back. And Doom is on cooldown. Who would have thought?
You ever considered going pro in this game? You might be good.
Dire's middle tower is under
Thought about it a couple of times. But, you know, I'm choosing to take life slow. Very calculated person.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they've got the Aegis now. They've got a pretty decent power spike on pretty much everyone on LGD. Virtus Pro probably not going to be too interested in the fight, but they might have no choice because the Rolling Thunder are going to cancel the TP of their
This is the worst
Kingslayer.
spot to be in. Yeah. Just goes bong, 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 and Kingslayer is gone. Just a +5 though, but still a good effort here by LGD. Find them in the jungle and pick them off. Still a good chunk of gold.
Also desperately trying to farm up his top lane. TM barely getting away with the blink, and now the arena is dropped straight onto the mag. Nothing to say. They're trapped in. BPK wants to do it, but a nice illusion rune to pop. Nothing to say. We'll be fine. BPK will get the weapon back out.
Yeah. Wonder what he tipped him for. He did the hands up. What happened after that? And Doom is going straight into the Shiva's guard. He knows he doesn't Blink Dagger because Lion as well as Mars are going for one, so you just need to be the front line to keep information for your teammates. Juggernaut got caught out, but no follow-up.
Fine.
Dire's bottom
It's so hard to kill a
tower is under
Juggernaut
attack.
with St. Joshua. Status resistance coming in so handy, as well as the additional healing of course provided.
Mid lane army.
Also fine.
It's going to be okay. Still got the battle trance. The only thing he's really going to be worried about is that
Dire's
Doom from
bottom tower
GPK.
is under attack.
He needs
Yeah,
to
now
the
around.
Aegis right now though. They have to choose two lives. It's not the
Dire's
easiest
top tower
thing,
is under
especially
attack.
now that he gets a Sage delivered. He will be sitting at around 2,000 health.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Army's going to take over the triangle of the side. It's very clear LGD feel very confident right now with their current draft.
Dire's
I do
bottom
like this as
tower
well,
They
right?
should.
Up against this Jug.
Dire's
Sorry.
structures are fortified.
I mean, they should feel very confident right now. They are 14 gold up, they have Aegis, they have a Magnus RP which goes of course through the BKB, through the spin. They have all the tools they need to be able to deal with this BP draft. Maybe they're gonna go for like another tower here. Choosing to play it more defensively. Wanna farm it up.
Dire's bottom tower
But honestly,
is
you're in
under
no
attack.
rush. Magnus as well as Troll are super good late game cores. You have Shaman who scales very well into the late game as well as Phoenix. Like your draft is designed for late game. No need to rush anything
Dire's
at all.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Bot lane.
structures are
Ward's going to be
fortified.
dropped.
Casually.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We'll have one person come over. It'll be GPK. He'll come clear up
Big
a
smoke
few,
up.
but certainly so.
Right,
Army on the front lines.
Who are they gonna find? Who is the unfortunate player? It could be the Juggernaut. That would be the perfect catch, but Kingslayer is them perfectly done.
Yeah, really good positioning from Kingslayer. Can they find anyone else, LGD? Not quite. Nothing to say. No, he gets one. RP into Skewer, and they just pop the battle trance. Nothing
Blown
to
up so
say.
fast.
Absolutely. Now Faith beyond. He can't even more DM to get to the high ground. But my goodness. Nothing to say.
He has a plate mail. He's a Doom with BKB. He died so damn fast. Like he died before the stun was even over. This Troll with Battle Fury and Empower hitting for 250 damage already. I mean, it's really paying off now, the greed that they chose to itemize for. Now 7k gold ahead. This Troll is an absolute monster. I never
It's
expected
tough.
Doom to die this fast, gotta admit. He has 2,000 health for plate mail. I thought he was gonna be way more tanky than that.
You still have confidence that the Nightfall eventually will be able to just outscale the LGD draft?
It's always hard to outscale a Troll at Juggernaut at the top. Like even once you reach that 5-6 item timing, he still has the battle trance to work with, so you'll never really be able to fight him mano a mano, you know? Always gonna be a big problem. Especially if he's so far ahead. But now they know, no RP. Dire side. Aegis also expired, so Troll is a realistic kill
Very
now.
good timing. BP gonna start moving in. Faith, good positioning. He seems to know what's going on. He'll break the smoke. He has the Rolling Thunder ready with the blink.
Perfect game
BP.
read. Like, look
Absolutely.
at LGD, they're outplaying him so hard right now.
Maybe not
say
on
that
the day,
though.
though. He gets caught by DM. Spear is there into the Omni Slash. No playing around. The big
I
kill.
thought they knew
Able
exactly
take
what's
it.
happening, but nothing to say. Perhaps thought that they're smoking top, not bottom. Paying the price for it. He is one of the richest cores on the map. Very good pick up here for the Juggernaut. Into the Skadi next. I wonder if they might potentially run into damage issues here.
Dire's
I guess
top
they do
tower
have to
is under
do
attack.
percentage damage from the Infernal Blade, so should still be alright. That itemization.
If he's alive. I mean, that
That's
last
true.
time. If he alive to use your spells.
Man, he got blown up like so fast. I don't think he expected that either. Like he died when RP was just half gone the duration.
Nevertheless, VP seem to be slowly making their way to the right track here. I mean, there is still a 7k net worth lead for LGD, but they don't seem to be too dissuaded. You look at the Jug, Nightfall, obviously he's going to have to put the team on his back a little bit this game, but still very well in net worth on this Jug. The Eye of Skadi, ever so close now.
I mean, that's the power of Doom, though. Even though you're 7k net worth behind, you know, one well-placed Doom on a Magnus or on a Troll can really just turn the tide of the fight. That net worth advantage doesn't mean a whole lot if you can't do anything with it. Another 5 minutes.
Smoke up, LGD.
I feel they have infinite
Radiant's
smoke,
top
just popping the
tower
smoke
is
every
under attack.
like 5 minutes.
It has been very often, I might add. Faith Beyond. Online, DPK, oh, he's caught CQ right in with the Hex. They want that dude gone. Don't get him. Kingslayer unable to help on the Enchantress, and Arme will keep going. If he can get a bit of a cherry on top, he'll get it. LGD, the damage output out insane, and of course, if you get the Hex initiation, it's not going to be too hard to get the kill.
GPK was a little conservative there. Like, he unsmoked one of them, didn't pop BKB straight away. He had like a good 1 second before Shadow Shaman decided to blink in and hex him. But maybe he didn't think they were so close, or that he had a Blink Dagger, because there was a Blink Dagger reveal.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And up, getting them 2 kills. 8k net worth lead now, and Troll is growing very rapidly. So is
Dire's
Juggernaut,
top
though.
tower is under
As I said,
attack.
the matchup is not good for Juggernaut, to the Troll.
Mate. Sort of spotted out the M for a second. You're about to see another smoke. They're grouping up again. Do they even? They can't have another one. They don't.
I feel like I haven't
LGD.
seen a single move from either team without a smoke so far.
Mid lane. Oh, nice initiation. CQ again with the Hex into the Shackle. Rolling Thunder with the Sun Ray will be enough damage. Arme not even needed.
Power of Shaman. You catch a guy with the Hex, you shackle, follow up, there's almost
Radiant's
nothing
top
you can do
tower
to
is
survive.
under
It's
attack.
too long, you're disabled for a good 8-9 seconds. The strongest single target disabler in the whole game. I always dread playing against Shadow Shaman in my power games. It's absolutely horrendous. It just feels so bad to just be shackled forever.
Pretty dead hero for a long time though. It's kind of good to see the Shaman back. Feels like it's been forever that it's been away.
He was very popular in the China and SCA DPC region, especially in China, and we can just see here why. Like, you get this Blink Dagger, Ether Lens, the entire map is just afraid. You're off the map, everyone is afraid. The Juggernaut, he gets Hex, shackled, he's dead. Really pretty much anyone on the deep side is going to be dead at the map. Roshan?
Roshan's gonna come up.
Paladin Sword for the Troll. Perfect item for him. That means he can
approved
outscore the Troll potentially. Another smoke up.
LGD.
How many smokes did he hoard?
Another smoke, LGD, through the dire jungle.
Dire's top tower is
He's
under
running
attack.
5
teams-
straight down middle.
Radiant's middle
One
tower
LGD
is
is
under
on
attack.
the opposite side of the map. Won't be meeting just yet. P taking the high ground. But so is LGD. I don't think they're just gonna move back into their own high ground here. Way too sketchy. Like, no lane is being pushed.
Both of them just gonna hold that high ground.
Cold War.
Indeed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
both seem to know the Roshan's already up.
Radiant's bottom
they
tower
signed
Let's
is
go
under
for the top
attack.
T2 tower instead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's gonna be a tough
There's
fight
still
for VP
objectives to
here.
be
Dire's
taken.
structures are fortified.
Certainly. Like the top tower is
Radiant's
gonna fall to the
structures
Shaman
are
wards.
fortified.
5-4. Start the
Roche
Roshan.
put on Juggernaut actually. Alright, very brave. They don't have the fastest Roche lineup and LGD is right in the neighborhood.
They are. They're going to drive in with the Rolling Thunder and the RP. Everything committed. They want that just gone, but he is not dead yet. He's actually quite tanky. He continues to survive even after all the spells thrown out. Now with the Omni trying to turn it back around. Nobody dies yet. The right side.
Armor got caught out completely.
After Arme, the troll in trouble. Still alive, can battle Trance, and now will right onto Nightfall. He'll get a kill to the Phoenix. Being chased down by Arme. Will be fine, but no, CQ's there with the shackles holding him down, but nobody's there to follow up CQ. Now with the Hex, still holds the chunk. Nobody's dying. DM goes back in for the spear. Earthspike out from save. They will kill off Arme. Very
A lot of
extended
buyback
team
committed
fight.
by the Radiant, and they still lost the team fight. It was such a messy fight for them. The three went into the pit. Troll can't follow up. He doesn't have a blink dagger himself. So they went in without their biggest damage dealer, and they just couldn't kill a Juggernaut, who had a healing ward stationed outside the Roche pit, healing them up throughout the entire duration of all these stuns. So what?
Here out. The fourth Y again. He glimmers, but it's not going to help him. Not underneath the
dieback.
dust of Virtus Pro. That was a dieback indeed, Black. Into the Roshan pit again.
On the Phoenix. Yeah, it should be a free Roshan for VP, taking out the courier as well. And this is Aegis and Cheese. VP suddenly back in the driver's seat.
And no contest.
It was a huge blunder by LGD or slash miscommunication. Like if the troll is in that pit, the Juggernaut will die right away. But he was so far away, he was getting controlled up at, at the sideline by the Lion. Very well played by Savior, probably saving, potentially the game. That Roshan fight was very game-winning for them. Or rather, the comeback for them.
How was it this Jug just never died?
Yeah, Troll got hexed on the side, gets impaled as well and doomed up. Rough. They tried to burst the Juggernaut, but as I said, the healing ward outside the pit the entire time, healing up so much because he just finished that Skadi. Troll just never got to play the fight because he got doomed up.
VP now, they've pretty much closed the net worth lead that was there, and now moving into the mid lane. See Nightfall how farmed he is on that Jug. Huge.
Absolutely humongous. He's out farming a Troll with Battle Fury and Empower. That is remarkable. Nightfall, one of the best carries in the CIS region for quite a while now. And yeah, again showing why. Amazing performance. Currently sitting at 2-0 and 5. Still a deathless game from him. Very good showing.
Yeah, I mean, 800 gold away from the Ags now, and that's when it's going to feel much harder to go into VP once that Ags is up. And that's the timing you talked about earlier. Eventually VP will be a bit of a powerhouse with this draft.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Then down to the
is
bottom
under
lane,
attack.
to start on that tier 2 bottom tower.
That's just the biggest problem, like Satanic was nerfed so it doesn't give status resistance anymore.
Radiant's bottom
Now,
tower is under
St.
attack.
Joshua is the only item that gives status resistance as well as Titan Sliver, which they didn't find. So this Doom or the Scroll Warlord is gonna be absolutely game winning. It's gonna last for 12 seconds where he can't BKB, can't battle tank, he just can't fight. So a 19k net worth hero is just taken out of the fight completely and there's nothing they can do about it unless they burst Doom.
Fade. Long Thunder is committed. He's going to go straight in onto Nightfall, but the sprint is there in time. And now the finish. He got free with the Skewer. It's not going to catch anyone. The Doom is out. They have got Arme, I believe, with that Doom. DM still falling very, very low. But Arme now being built up. What do you do after the BKB wears out? He gets hexed. Spear there. Nothing to say. Still does get DM. And Arme is going to be safe. But now the Omni being committed by Nightfall. They'll get one. It'll be Y. Nightfall. The the edge up now. He can turn around for a swift slash. Back in with the Doom to boot. They get the shackle zone. They have caught the jump, but there is no follow-up damage. Nightfall. He is still fine to continue fighting. Nothing to say. Is not going to die. Barely get out. An absolute mess.
Close fight here. It was a huge RP, but nothing to say. Otherwise, this fight could have looked very, very ugly for LGD here. It was very unfortunate. Troll used BKB and ult, and he was hitting the Mars the entire time from the front. Of course, that will work, massively reducing the damage. And the Troll didn't kill anyone because of that.
What are you going for next with your Nightfall on this jug? Like, any particular item we're looking for here for this Juggernaut?
Most probably a Basher, but Basher doesn't really give a whole lot of damage, so maybe a Butterfly could be a pretty good choice too. But most people do just go for the Abyssal Blade for the potential Sable. And it should be the same for Troll here as well. Yeah, almost Abyssal Blade completed for him, just needs 150 more.
Arme, oh, they ran right in. Hex, again, no committal. They are just a little bit too afraid.
I mean, he's sitting at 3k, it's an incredibly hard kill.
Arme forced the BKB, Faith Beyond even committing the Rolling Thunder to make sure he gets out.
That means the tier 2
Nightfall
tower will go down without contest.
TP's in full control.
You have this RP, you have this Phoenix Egg, you can win a game pretty much with any position in this game. You know, you get a good RP on 3-4 heroes, it's completely turn around the game. Magnus is such a game-winning hero. It's very terrifying to go up against.
I'll take that as tribute. Almighty.
And Spike save. That's not stuff why. Doesn't have any teammates around to really help. Looking back at Arme, he does actually have the Abyssal Blade available on the Troll, which could be quite game-changing. Even nothing to say now, having a Basher coming out.
Yeah, they just want to get as much disables as possible against the Juggernaut here. Because like, they just need to sustain through the Doom. If they can live through the Doom on the Troll, they're going to be in a very good shape in that team fight. It's almost as though, you know, Juggernaut is a strong player. Go.
RP is
there
with the
nice spin though.
Time. Great spin from Nightfall. Biani still in with the Rolling Thunder. They are going to get Kingslayer, but now the Omni's left. Going to just go straight through everybody. Y is already gone. The Mag very, very low. DM taking care of him. Nothing to say. He will try to skew around. They're going to chase him down. Gets a blink away. Say the Great Escape.
Why
They're going to leave it be.
the damage of 2.
They tried to go for a very cute play on the Juggernaut. You know, Aegis ran out as he RP'd him, but he was so fast on that spin. Like, if he doesn't spin there, he's dead. With Aegis running out, they're just gonna lose the team fight on the back of it, but well played here by Nightfall. Showing again why he's considered one of the best carries right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Butterfly? Almost completed on the Juggernaut. I'm very happy with this item choice over Basher. Like, you don't need more disabled. You have Mars, you have Lion.
Then off the Mars, DM in trouble. In the Serpent Wards, he will drop, and the Shackles again from CQ, holding another down. Arme gets the double kill now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Without the RP, you know, like they probably just thought LGD is gonna sit back, just farm, but nope. They know that VP is feeling forced to secure, punish them hardcore for it. Mars there for 40, no buyback. Potentially threaten the high ground here,
Dire's middle
probably.
tower is under attack.
A little bit scared of the Juggernaut, probably. Now,
Radiant's top
shut the
tower
Butterfly.
is under attack.
Little Pentedge sword found for Arme. It's going to help out the cause a little bit.
Certainly.
Butterfly up like you said.
But building straight to an MKB on the Troll. We'll have it in another pre-and goal. And the Butterfly suddenly doesn't do so much anymore. Troll is gonna hit so damn hard once he has an MKB. That one Abyssal Blade could just kill anybody on the VP side.
Love the fact that Not to Say did actually find a ninja gear on the Magnus now, so he can really just sneak around the team fight to find that really perfect RP. He's gonna go pop us now, try and push out that top lane. Meanwhile, VP just sticking around together, so they might go for a smoke up. They have one.
Found a timeless relic. Oh my god, it's gonna be so
Amazing.
huge for his Doom duration. Probably the best item we could have possibly found.
They've even got a telescope. Somebody else to save, just to really add that range. GPK will enjoy that too. Into the Roshan.
Incredibly scary right now. Like, if you're LGD, there's so much potential disable coming out. From Mars, from Doom, from the Lion. Smoking up 5 man into the pit. They know they're doing Roshan.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Maria's gone. TP. Careful, think he's looking, but no, they found the arena, but not in time for the spear, are they? He can't see if it's allowed DM, he is trapped and he's gone. GPK will get the zoom out on the troll. He's still fine, meanwhile Nightfall getting a mega kill, killing off Nick Kill, but now the Omni, no. Swift Slash has been loaded. Nightfall's gonna die. Nick Slayer trying to run. It will be another casualty of war. No DD, a 4 for 1, and I think that's a pretty easy Roshan for them now.
Very easy Roshan. The Phoenix pretty much solo killed the Juggernaut there. The Sunblade took him down from like 80% in 3-4 seconds. That's exactly why Phoenix is such a contested hero right now. Sunblade is the most ridiculously scaling abilities in all of Dota. Percentage-based damage, man, I'm telling you, it's the future of Dota. It is the future of gaming.
You a salesperson?
Literally price. Precious
That could be, maybe my next life.
Trying to sell me a product.
Gotta admit though,
Mid
like,
lane.
you know, after seeing that, can you really deny the product? Probably not.
No. No, I can't. It's definitely solid.
Now back up
But also
12k
solid,
lead, and the Aegis is back in Troll's hands. Yeah. Stays snagging it up. Also is sitting on an Abyssal Blade as well as Refresher Shard now. Could mean a double RP in it.
Looks like he's having a few issues deciding what items he wants though.
I mean, I would too.
Too many things to choose from.
I feel like Echo Saber might be a little less value than an Abyssal Blade, but the mana region is value. Do they have another smoke up? Don't.
You have an ninja gear, but that's about it.
They're just waiting for RP to go on cooldown. Double damage rune activated. This double RP could be so game winning for them.
VP might be the ones to smoke, and yeah, they get it done. Smoke up into the mid lane. They're going to see Faith Beyond first. Not the Sagan have his own smoke broken. Sun ready to start. Now the Abyssal in on the second Abyssal. The RP, everything committed. Nightfall, can he survive through it? Another stun, but he is still alive. Nightfall will spin his way out. DM, he'll be the one from. Nothing to say, does kill off save, and GPK will go down a boot. Somehow Nightfall survived all that. I guess that's one positive of the VP. LGD, they got high ground.
But they still have another RP, so same thing can happen again, just this time without the backup of the Doom. Have to be so careful.
Oh, what a
their shackle range! Look at the arms! Long! And long! He's been playing stretchy arms for too long.
Dyer's
Fuck off
middle
the
tower
team.
is under Dyer's middle
See
tower.
3 tower to go down, mate. The first racks of the game.
And they don't
No
want to fight
contest.
for this.
Are under attack.
They know that Doom has no buyback now, I think, because otherwise BP would be playing so scared, you know? So they're just gonna go for a second side here. Lincoln Sphere up, as well as Lotus Orb up as well. And Power Troll at this stage is just hitting
Dyer's
way
bottom
too damn
tower
hard.
has fallen.
They need to get a new one, but still, he's running the Aegis.
Bottom barracks are under attack. Dyer's bottom barracks.
Elena Barracks, LGD looking very powerful. 25k net worth lead after all
of a
is said
sudden,
and done.
Like just 5 minutes ago, it was like pretty much even, and now suddenly it's all LGD. This is just a problem in late game, you know? They have 2 Abyssal Blades, they have RP, just so much disable through BKB, through the Juggernaut spin. Like he's never really gonna feel comfortable fighting this game. Like he has a ton of net worth, sure, but if you can't hit anyone, it doesn't mean anything.
VP still moving into the Radiant jungle. What's the game plan now? Like, you've got this 6-slot Jug. Things are still looking decent enough for VP if you kind of ignore the net worth advantage. Nightfall could definitely still carry this game for VP. But is it? Are we in divine territory?
Need a rapier,
Do we? Right, we need a rapier. Fair enough.
Yeah, we need a rapier 100%. And they need to get a Doom out on a target that has no Aegis. They want to Doom the troll without Aegis, but it's still up there for 1 minute and they're looking for the next fight. This fight could potentially end the game for in LGD's favor here.
With the smoke, you've got double egg on Y.
Guild the RP stun Talon. Now it's
Nightfall.
5 seconds.
Nightfall. Smoke broken on Arme. Very close to Nightfall.
He's feeling itchy, you could tell, man. Like, he was like, oh, I got a sprint right here.
They're going to force it to fight. They can't lose this final lane of barracks. It might be a little bit too challenging to get into Megas. Arme ignoring everyone. They will stun him up. Rolling Thunder has been stunned by Faith Beyond. Back the way of the Enchantress. They'll get Kingslayer. He'll buy back. Get 3 tower down, and that's enough for LGD. Very conservative play, but to pay off.
Just out of
LGD's right out of there.
Like, they don't want to be stuck in a scenario where Troll is low health and they fully commit on him and Aegis runs out at the same time. So they just want to make sure they have a fight on their terms, basically.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Because, as we said, there's no rush at all. Like, soon Magnus will get his own refresher, probably. He'll have double RP. There's just too many tools to disable VP at this point. Like, Juggernaut is the only damage dealer and he's just permanently getting disabled in team fights.
Going back to the top lane. They won't commit anyway. They could probably just wait out the circle wards and everything else.
They could also just continue building up the network fleet. Yeah, no rush here whatsoever. They go fake the roll.
Thunder, Faith. Pump faking.
Faking. Making us more nervous. I wonder if we are more nervous or his teammates. Is he gonna go in? Is he gonna go in? Nothing to say. Sweating next to him, you know, sweating buckets.
I'm sure everyone's fine. I think they'd be more stressed than we would be, Mr. Black. Appreciate the
But I would hope so, because there's not a whole lot on the line for us.
Definitely not.
Juggernaut sitting at the front.
Nightfall.
You know what they say, right?
For his team.
If you only have 1 Rex to defend, it's easy. If 3 lanes to worry about, Dota becomes hard. If there's only 1, it's super simple, right? Just defend that one side, no problem.
LGD believe in that, and RP is out, no spin is there. They get the Lotus in time. DM is up in the arena. Abyssal, Battle Threat, Epic, not up with Juggernaut, or he's gone. He can buy back and walk a minute, but they've lost DM. They'll probably lose another, and there goes Kingslayer. GPK is just trying to run as well. Nightfall has been hexed once again. GPK is forced to throw his body at the side of LGD to protect the jump, but the GG's call. And LGD surprising everyone. Pulling off the game 1 victory.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, it looked like the game was slipping a little up.